by the Beauty and the Beast live action movie, we have learned that the baker is actually Chip's father. But is this Potts family bigger than we thought it was? Hi, I am Amanda, and today I'm going to talk about how the Potts family is bigger than it seems. Today we're going to take a look at two different Potts families and see if they're related or not. We'll have to see. Our first Potts family is probably from Beauty and the Beast, which we all know is Mrs. Potts and Chip. In the animated version, we see them as servants to the Beast. Well, except for maybe Mrs. Potts, that is, and maybe Chip is just there to live by. In the live action one, we see them in a new way, and then we realize how much the baker was in there too, and how he forgot and he came back to them. Eventually later on in the series. This family was meant to be, and it was a really nice treat to have the baker come back for Mrs. Potts at the end. So it was really sweet, and I thought it was really nice to see that. So, that's one Potts family. The next family I'm going to talk about is from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. It seems that Chitty Chitty Bang Bang has a family who share the same last name. There is Cornelius Potts, who is a world-class inventor. Lately, his inventions have, failed, except for maybe the success of Toot Sweets, and many more inventions like that came over. And, of course, the invention of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Before she was going to go and get out and cross for scrap, Jeremy and his sister try to stop it from happening. Forgive me, I really don't remember Jeremy's sister's name, so if you could tell me in the comments below, that would be wonderful. I just forgot her name. It could be Ginny or something like that. I don't know, I think it starts with a J, but you can forgive me if I'm wrong. Anyway, these two kids stopped this from happening and definitely let their father repolish Chitty Chitty Bang Bang and made her into a brand new car, of course. And one that can fly and swim as well. After a day at the beach, Mrs. Potts and the kids, Mr. Potts tells a story about Chitty Chitty Bang Bang and the adventures that they had together. Not to mention the woman that also decided to join them as well. After a day, her crashing into the water with her car. Twice, by the way. After that happened, she decided to join them on their adventures together. And this family has gone through a lot, and I'm pretty sure that Tully and Cornelius would be together forever. I'm pretty sure they're married right about now. So, with that in mind, I think all four of these characters are pretty much a family. So, what is that connection to the other Potts before? Well, as I'm currently saying this, both of their last names are spelled the same way. P-O-T-T. And maybe sometimes S. But I think that's mostly what mostly it's spelled like. So, if we could say this, I'd like to say that they're pretty much related, I think. Maybe in some way. There's no explanation if they're related or not. But I come to think they could possibly be related. The kids are blonde, just like Chip is. So it could be possible they could be cousins, for all we know. I'm guessing that maybe Cornelius Potts could be a brother of Mr. Potts. And he's his younger brother, or something like that. And you're probably wondering, why is it that Mrs. Potts and Chip live in a castle on Mr. Potts, and the rest of them don't? Well, I think there's a good explanation for this. For one thing, I think Mrs. Potts is the only one that works there. Mr. Potts just goes out of town often just to bake there. Chip just kind of plays along with it and just kind of sticks wherever he's with, in like his mother, for instance. So, as for Miss Cornelius, on the other hand, he probably preferred staying in a more noble life since he wanted to become an inventor. So in a way, he kind of stick with that kind of dream and kind of did his own thing. So I think most of the Potts just do their own thing and just do what they want to do for their dreams. And I guess Mrs. Potts wanted to work at a castle. I don't know. Just the way it was. And I think the Pottses are just scrambled off in different areas, doing their dreams and jobs. I don't know if there are any other Potts out there, but I can tell you that maybe it's possible that these two families could be related somehow. In some way. I'm wondering if I can figure it out. But I'm just thinking this is a mindset, because there's no proof about if they're related or not. They could be just two different Potts for all I know. But it's kind of hard, it's kind of weird that Disney would make two last names the same somehow. Maybe it's just like that in the book. Maybe I'm crazy. But what do you guys think? Do you think these families are related? Tell me your thoughts and comments down below.